All right, hello there. So, the title of this video is Relax, It Is Already Yours 888. In this video, I am going to explain to you what that means. I'm going to explain why everything works in your favor in the end, and why everything that's ever happened in your life and is currently happening in your life serves a higher purpose, what divine timing is, and why the universe sometimes keeps you waiting for a long time before you receive the things which you desire. Because 8 is the number of money, I'm going to talk a little bit about money and how you're able to attract more financial abundance into your life, at least from my philosophy, why your desires are already yours, and why something that is already yours cannot be ever taken away from you by somebody, and why by the time that you finished watching this video, you will be able to relax and really feel at peace with where you currently are in your life, and also how your past has looked. Now, 888, why is that in the title? As I post this video, it is going to be the 26th of August, 2024. 2 plus 6 makes 8. August is the 8th month. 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is 2024, is 8. So the 26th of August is 888. Now, what is that angel number? An angel number is like a hint from the universe signifying that you are on the right path. With the case of 888, that signifies that abundance is coming your way and everything is going to happen in synchronicity according to divine timing, right? It basically means you're on the right track in your pursuit. Now, what is divine timing and why does the universe keep you waiting? What you need to understand is that even when it doesn't make sense, there are hidden details and everything always works out to be in your favor. There's a quote that says, if the universe is keeping you waiting, prepare to receive much more than you ever wished for in the first place. Um, so let's get into it. Once you desire something, you create the frequency in your own mind through visualization, which makes your higher mind curious, wanting to explore that unknown frequency. Now, your entire being is going to start working to bring you closer to the frequency which you desire to attract. Because if you are able to match the frequency of whatever it is that you desire to attract, it's going to be effortless. It's going to be like a reaction that is just natural, right? And the idea behind the law of attraction is, instead of chasing butterflies, instead of, bro, my eyes are doing hella weird stuff in that camera. Crazy. So, yeah, instead of chasing after butterflies, you build a beautiful garden so that the butterflies are attracted automatically. So, what are some examples of running after the butterfly? By running after the thing which you desire, you're hinting to the universe that that is something which you lack, which puts you in a frequency of scarcity. It puts you in the mentality of thinking and being what you are not, what you do not have, the negative side of it, right? And because you attract the frequency, because you attract the vibration at which you operate, this is what you're going to attract. You are not able to attract things through thinking about what you lack, because reality does not respond to any of your desires. It doesn't work that way. The reality is simply a reflection of your current state. It is a mirror to the frequency which you are emitting. What you are is what you get back. It reacts, you get more of what you yourself are. You attract scenarios of what you yourself are, which means that if we use money, for example, there's a saying of, it is easier to go from $100,000 to $1,000,000 than it is to go from zero to $100,000, because when you start at zero, you're not yet in a state of abundance. But once you have the first 100K, you're already operating on a frequency of abundance, you already have certain resources, and that helps you to attract even more of what you already are and what you already have. There are many examples of this. But, for example, chasing after butterflies, if you are searching for a partner, if you're running after a partner, right? If you're looking for love of sorts, then it's you and you're, traveling, all over the world, or trying to find love in this person, trying to find love under this rock, trying to go all over the place searching for love or a relationship. What you're hinting to the universe is that you lack love because you are searching for love in an external place or in a person outside yourself, right? Which implies that you lack it within. Now, that leads me to the example of creating a beautiful garden, which would be becoming the person worthy of attracting the thing which you desire. Actually doing the work and raising your vibration to the vibration of what it is that you desire, because a high vibrational person will be able to attract other high vibrational people and even material possessions, right? And once you yourself operate on that frequency, the attraction becomes effortless because it's simply a reaction. It's simply like two magnets colliding together, right? But what people get wrong with the law of attraction or manifestation or, all that stuff is they don't put in the work. The law of attraction does not work unless you do. You have to put in the work. It's not all sunshine and butterflies. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not as simple as getting a manifestation journal and writing in that journal, oh, I'm gonna make 100K a month. I'm gonna make $100,000 every single month. You write it down, that's it. I've done my work. No more working. That's it. I wrote it down. I'm clearly manifesting it. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work unless you do. You then, that's all fine. You write it down, and then what you do is you work harder than ever before to become the person worthy of attracting $100,000 a month, worthy of having a network that attracts 100,000 a month, of having a business, a product, a platform, an opportunity, which is going to help you attract that into your life. But unless you first, before you get money, you must become money. You get what I'm saying? Money likes money. Money is not going to come to you unless you become the money man. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, with this whole manifestation process, it often gets very frustrating because it takes so long, right? Sometimes it takes much longer than you desire for it to take. For example, you may think that you're worthy of attracting that into your life. Why is it taking so long? This is the tricky part. And I don't have the answers. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't got the answers. But you know who does? You know who does? Master Oogway. What did Master Oogway say? He said, there are no accidents. And what that implies is that everything is working out according to divine timing. If you have not received something yet, that means it's not the ideal time for you to receive it. When it is the perfect time for you to receive something, you're going to receive it right away. You just have to be patient and stay on the flow path. Now, once you've created the frequency in your mind, the entire universe is going to work in mysterious ways to help create scenarios which you're going to be placed in, which are going to shape you into the person which you must become in order to attract the thing which you desire. For example, if you desire to become a strong person, to become a person strong in the mind. The universe might make you suffer. The universe might put you in difficult situations, into tough situations, into situations where you suffer, into situations where you're uncomfortable, where your limits are tested, where you're stressed, where you're frustrated, where you're beaten down on the floor, bleeding, and that's the whole point. Because how are you going to become strong without going through what a person must go through in order to become a strong person? If you truly end up wanting, if in during that process you still want to become a strong person, you're going to stay on that path, and you're going to take that suffering with a smile, because you understand that what is currently happening to you is what must happen, and it is exactly where you must currently be in order to become a strong person, right? Now, the universe might also send you a distraction to see if this is what you actually wanted. And you may just then say, you know what? I'm good being weak. I don't need all these tests. I don't need those challenges. That means you didn't want it hard enough, because if you did, you would become it. So it's possible that during this transformation period as well, you discover something much higher than the thing which you asked for in the first place. And you'll discover the hidden meaning of it all, while understanding that the thing which you desired in the first place is not what you ever wanted. It's not the highest thing you wanted. Maybe there was a secret meaning behind what you wanted. Maybe it's your ego that desired it, but your higher self had bigger plans for you, right? Also, if you want a specific job, a specific career, or you want to date this specific person, but it's just not happening, it's not that you're not able to attract it. Maybe it's the universe protecting you from this boyfriend or this girlfriend or this job opportunity, because this circumstance would have only slowed you down. It was not aligned with your higher mission. It would not serve a higher purpose into your life and help you become the person which you desire to be, right? And it may seem like, yo, the entire universe is against me. Why am I not getting the exact thing that I want? Well, maybe the exact thing that you want is not what you actually need. Maybe it will cause you more suffering than pleasure. Maybe it's not aligned with your path. And you can only be grateful. Talking about being grateful, a song that will make this entire concept make sense is called Give Thanks by Iya Terra. It's a beautiful song. Have a listen, preferably with headphones, because it's so good. Let's keep going. Now, because 8 is the number of money in numerology, I'm just going to give some personal examples of my philosophy when it comes to money. Now, money is a difficult thing to talk about because people treat it so differently, right? But what I believe is going to help you attract more money and more abundance into your life is if you act abundantly, is if you are generous with your money. Because if you, let me give you an example. I have often in my life bought presents for other people, or a gift for somebody else who I love or respect, or gifts for myself, which are completely out of my budget, or which make up a large percentage of my total net worth, which for a rational person would be completely unreasonable to spend, right? However, what I've always believed is that when I'm spending this, larger amount of money on somebody else or on myself, what I'm doing is that I'm hinting to the cosmos that I'm not in a state of scarcity. I don't believe that I'm gonna miss out on anything. I'm not gonna run out. I'm all the money I spend, I will be able to make back 100-fold. So I'm not scared of what I spend right now, right? Because it's not like I'm gonna spend it and then that's it. It's over. Never gonna be able to attract any more of it. I'll be able to only attract more into my life. And me allowing myself to spend more than is appropriate, it's also like a motivating factor for me to just grind harder in a sense. So, for example, if you, mm, with money also, I've had a situation where I once in my life had much more money than, um, basically I had a lot of money and then I lost it all. I'm not gonna go into that story. Was up, came down, right? Crashing. So you may believe that that will get you thinking like, yo, you know, put you in a state of fear, put you in a state of scarcity. But losing, I've also had like 5 different businesses that failed. And what I ended up doing from these things is learning from my mistakes. Because if you learn something, you evolved on the mental plane. If you learn from your mistake, you evolve in a certain way. And what I think is that, like, if I had some money, I created a business and that business didn't work out and I lost all my money, I didn't miss out on anything because I learned. And the version of myself, which is now wiser and smarter and more experienced and more evolved, isn't that version of me going to be able to build an even better business or attract even more money than I was able to before? Because in my eyes, that makes sense. So, what I recommend is to not view your failures as a hindrance, rather as something to be grateful for. Because without this setback, you would not have learned. And maybe the things which you learned, you wouldn't have learned any other way. So it was necessary on your journey to become the person which you must become in order to attract the things which you must attract or desire to attract in the future. Right. And a positive way to look at losing out a lot of money in your life is the quote that in order for a cup to be filled, it must be emptied first. The universe can take things away from you, and it may seem like, yo, I just got robbed. But actually, it's just freeing up space in your life for you to attract something bigger and better, right? Um, that's pretty much it. Now, how I believe you're able to attract overall better things into your life is by and speeding up the process of um, attracting the things which you desire is by living a life which is most authentic to your true self, right? And always remain in a positive state, even when things do not make sense, even when it is difficult for you to understand the lesson which the universe is trying to teach you through tough circumstances. But what you need to understand is that every lesson is in your favor, every circumstance is in your favor. Your past will one day serve you. Where you currently are is exactly where you have to be, because you are always doing the best for your current abilities with the knowledge that you currently have, right? Because that's how things are. Now, if you are destined to attract a certain thing into your life, there is nothing that's going to stop that process. Because if you can feel it deep within your soul, it's likely that it was written in the stars before you were born. And what belongs to you cannot be taken away from you. Only you yourself are able to slow down that process. But eventually even you are going to learn to get out of your own way in order for you to attract magic into all aspects of your life. And now another quote from the turtle Master Oogway. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. Do the best of your capacity in the present moment, and the rest will work out, because the past you cannot control, the future you can not control. However, your current being, your current actions create the highest probability for you to attract the future which you desire. Yes, cheers, my friends.